shit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Prescott on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
And it's third down.
Prescott now. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Elliott. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Oh, Prescott stripped.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Prescott, and that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And the pitch goes to Miller. He finds an opening past the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete to Hopkins. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 23-yard run as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you go to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. But it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Watson. Looking for his tight end, Fells, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. On first down, Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 45 on second down, Prescott. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And he fires one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott from the gun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard
Chase
line.
that! 19! 55 to mine! Let's go, let's get this ball. 31!
After the run, Watson going to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. He's got Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Let's put that team on the burn. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I got you.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run with Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Again, it's Miller. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Miller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darren Fells there to make the grab. And the Texans push further. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. J.J. Watt, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Cowboys get a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good, and that will shave one more off this lead. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
We're all about the numbers, aren't we?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. That one goes for 24 yards. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
The replay takes over 1st and 10. Go! At their own 43-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tighten up.
Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run it again with Miller. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Setting up the screen for Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
To throw is Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's out right at the 25. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Watson. Finding fouls complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Watson's going to throw it here. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Bennett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working.
And New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Done. 190. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the screen.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8-ball on the road to get things going.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue to get going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
A gain there of 21 yards. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
52's the mic. Coming to you, coming to you.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon, and he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now Gordon on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Being chased out left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Now Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 26. Rivers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Rivers now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Rivers on 4th down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Got a man, it's caught at at the 6-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Black 11! Wait!
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Washington Redskins. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
Washington Redskins. First down. 1st and 10.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Justin Jones there on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 27 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. It's caught by Davis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Looking to throw, Haskins. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Second down and goal. Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going to...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Rivers. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
52. Let's go.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This time, Haskins will look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Paul Richardson. Incomplete.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Haskins to throw it. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And this one is right down Broadway. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Here we go. Set. Target.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Haskins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you learned how to play it the Madden way.
Here we go on 4th down. Haskins slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have.
Adrian Peterson off to the races. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Peterson. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. Here's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.